Hello, hello, dear Lovetarians. This is Natalia PH and my lovely, beautiful friend and admin in the Lovetarian Way group, Cecile van Keken. Cecile is joining me today to talk to all of you about how to live the Lovetarian Way and co-create magic. And I wanted to invite her because she has been my friend for how long now?
Ooh, 5 years?
5 years, at least 5 years. Yes. She's also a wonderful assistant in our agency, marketing agency. So she is like, all around, we're spending together quite a bit of time.
Yes.
And she's mother of 2. So I wanted to invite her as well because I am not a mother of children. I only have projects. Those are my babies. So Cecile actually has physical children. And I was really curious to ask her how it is to live the Lovetarian way and practice having kids as well, right? How old are your kids?
I have 2 kids. Diego is my son. He's the youngest. He's 4 now, 4.5. And our daughter, Carmen, she's 7.
Right.
She just turned 7.
And maybe some of you had seen actually some lovely videos that Cecile shared. Tell us a little bit about it. What was it that you shared?
I shared on the videos in the group. I've shared some amazing mantra we did together, and I thought, how am I gonna learn my children what a mantra is and how to do it? So I thought the first word came up to me was, I love you, because that's what you should say to yourself every day. I love you, I love you, I love you. And my kids loved it, especially when you make it like magical with candles and near the Christmas tree, because mommy's a Christmas lover. So they loved it.
Oh, great. Yeah, we saw the video and a lot of people liked it too. And it's really, really great to remind ourselves that children are like sponges, right? So if we teach them about the ways of the world, the way we perceive it through love, they get it, don't they?
Yes. And I think not a lot of people understand the concept of self-love and don't understand the concept that if you lack love of yourself, you show that to your kids and you show that in everything. You don't need to say that you don't love yourself, but they feel it, they sense it. It's their way of, copying.
Exactly.
So I thought, no, we're gonna embrace this and we're gonna show them how to love ourselves and to, especially for girls, because it's such a high standard at schools and if you see in the media and in the things. So I try to make sure she loves herself and she loves her body and she loves who she is.
That's right. That's really wonderful. And they are at such sensitive ages now. So, right, it's exactly the time to implant it.
Yeah, implant it, yeah.
Perfect. So for all of you guys who don't know actually what the Lovetarian Way is, this is a concept that came to me at the beginning of the year. Of course, I have been awakening for the last 11 years, and I've been working also coaching with Cecile for quite some time as well. And we've been really basing all of it always on unconditional self-love. Because if you truly love yourself, you can then love the world, can you not?
Yeah.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, no.
Tell us a little bit about your journey into that.
Well, self-love, that was one of the most amazing thing I've learned, how to self-love myself. Because I've lacked that a lot. I doubted myself. I was very insecure, didn't dare to make any decisions, was always wanting to know what my family thought or what friends thought. And now I've learned through this whole process that I'm a butterfly, like you see here. Again, the butterflies. You open up, you spread your wings, you go, you trust yourself, you trust your inner instinct, especially what you taught me as well, how to learn, how to feel, to trust, and to especially love myself.
And tell me, Cecile, and probably some of you there are also quite skeptical, how it is in this world that is so turbulent with the masks and everything. How can you truly love unconditionally?
Well, with a lot of cleaning and clearing.
And why should you? I mean, should you? Why? Why would that be the wisest choice?
I think still because love is the only way that we can save everyone or heal the world. We don't. If you go to war and you start another war, you won't solve it. But I think if you go and love, and you love someone else, even though you have hatred feelings, and I do sometimes with people and things and masks.
That's why you have that
And
boxing bag, no?
Yes, I have the boxing bag. And then I think of, no, love, love, love. And it's hard, but it's definitely worth it because it will solve it. That's the only solution, love. It sounds easy, but it's not.
It is simple. It is not easy. It is a process.
Yeah. Definitely, definitely. And what I do a lot is cleaning and clearing with the Ho'oponopono, which Natalia talked about.
Yeah, you should check one of the units we have prepared for you in the group. There is a section in the group called Units, and one of the videos, practices of the Lovetarian Way, was the practice ancient Hawaiian healing technique called Ho'oponopono. So please check it out, because we have been doing this. I have been doing this for 9 years. Ho'oponopono, it's just amazing.
I started when you introduced me to
a few years ago.
To it a few years ago. And it's really amazing. Sometimes when, for example, when I'm anxious or when I'm stressed or when I'm feeling not very loved to everyone else.
Loving, yeah.
Not very loving, no. I go, what do you call that, towards or inwards myself, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, and I'm sorry for whatever it is in me that has created this situation, because basically every problem, you're in it. So, and sometimes it's really annoying to know those very wonderful truths because you want to blame someone else, but it's, again, it reflects back on me. And then I go back, and then I'm sitting there and I'm like, no. And then I clean and I clear. And then I don't feel that knot in my tummy anymore. And I try to learn that to my family and to my kids, and I try to share that with them because it's such a beautiful tool.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's a good time to remind, again, those who don't know, that Lovetarian Way relies on 4 pillars. Actually, it grows on 4 pillars. Pillar number 1 is about self-responsibility.
100% responsibility for your life.
Exactly. And what does that mean? That means we are all energy.
Yeah.
Our thoughts, our feelings, the words that we speak, we think, oh, I'm just thinking or I'm just talking. It all matters, right?
It all connects.
Exactly. And it also comes on the premise that we are one energy. We come from the energy of the source, of the universe, divine mother, divine father, God, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. We are all energetically connected.
Definitely.
And if we are energetically connected, that means if we do the inner work, by the law of correspondence, if you will, what is inside will manifest on the outside. So if I might get upset with my lovely Cecile, I've got to do the work on myself first, because it's not that she pisses me off. She might be triggering something that actually exists within me. And I'm sure as a mother, you practice a lot of that with the children are triggering you, right?
Yes.
But is that helping then?
It is. And especially because now when I do the work and taking responsibility for it, I see that the kids are doing the same and are more calm. They don't, how do you say that? Heat up in the moment. They don't overreact. Sure, sometimes they do, but they learn how to cope with it, and we learn how to talk to each other and share our feelings and not being frustrated and scream. Don't get me wrong, sometimes this mommy screams too because I sometimes lose my poop. Yeah. But then I come back to myself. I even apologize to my children. I'm saying, sorry, mommy was wrong. It's not correct to shout, but it's also a trigger for mommy, and mommy should work on that. But it's also very kind if you work on the situation as well, and then we resolve it, and then it's fine. And that happens maybe within 2 to maximum 5 minutes, and then it's done.
Yeah. And we don't want people to get us wrong, that we are like robots, that we don't have right to negative emotions or anger. Absolutely, we do. And we need to feel those feelings and healthfully express those feelings, right?
Definitely.
But it doesn't mean that you are supposed to go and start shooting people and stuff like that. So the work is inner work.
Yes.
We all have those feelings, the negative feelings, the low vibrational feelings, and we need to deal with that in a healthy way.
Yes,
because
100%.
You know that feeling, that saying that if you don't deal with emotions, they will get buried alive, and they will get buried in your body somewhere, and then sooner or later something will manifest as a physical disease, for example, or you will lose it. and go on a, killing spree. Right? But so we need to be able to deal, right?
That's why I have my punching bag.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm
I recommend
frustrated,
it.
yes, I just punch and it releases. It's so nice.
Or a pillow. We recommend a pillow as well, screaming in the pillow, close yourself somewhere, go for it. So then your partner will be not getting it so much, right?
That's why people, sometimes I see them look, and when my kids sometimes come out of school, they had such an amazing day, but so many emotions, so many new things, they start crying. And then I tell them, honey, just cry it out until you're finished. And then they feel relieved, because they're not sad, they're not angry, but they just don't know how to handle their emotions. They let it go, and they're better again.
Yeah, perfect. So then pillar 1, as we said, was all about taking 100% responsibility. And what can help with that is practicing, for example, healing technique we just mentioned called Ho'oponopono. It's very simple. It's actually 4 sentences. Please forgive me. You are apologizing to the unconscious part within you that actually did not know any better, because if you knew better, you would do better. But we're all programmed by society, by our families, by history, in our genes. We also carry information. So, really, seriously, just forgive yourself. It's impossible literally to know everything, where this is coming from, why am I feeling like this. If you're going to go like this, you might as well go crazy. So just please forgive me, okay? You're asking the source within you to forgive you. I'm sorry, because you were not conscious when you were doing it, right? And you send love, I love you, and I thank you. So you are giving thanks for the blessings that are already on their way to you. You are asking the source and the one within you to help you heal, and then you let go. So, it's not that difficult. In fact, you don't even have to say those 4 sentences. You can just say, I love you, or thank you. That's by itself cleaning. So we encourage you to go back to lives that we have recorded and watch them all. There's 12 or so.
Yeah.
So there is some really interesting information there. We also mention the algorithm of co-creation there, which is very much connected with that pillar 1 of the Lovetarian Way, taking responsibility. Do you want to tell a little bit about the algorithm? How that works in your life?
Yes. The algorithm of co-creation for me is...
I'll just say what it is, right? So,
yeah.
So the energy of thought marries the energy of emotion, and then obviously the feelings are being birthed, because we think 50,000-60,000 thoughts. If all of them were creative, I think we would just be manifesting back and forth and all sorts of negative stuff, because majority of thoughts, unfortunately, is not very positive. Unless you have been practicing this for a long time, well, shit happens, right? So only then, when we empower the thought with the energy of emotion, then it becomes really creative. And if we practice it for a long time, then it becomes dominant.
Yes, definitely.
State. And from that state, then we will create, we will act. And boom, there you have your life, right? So what we are teaching is the conscious use of algorithm, or unconscious. And unconscious, let me tell you, it's working all the time. It's being activated all the time.
Definitely.
But you've got the power, by taking 100% responsibility for your thoughts, for your words, your feelings, by being conscious of them, not controlling, because try to control your thoughts. Good luck.
No.
Kinda, you could try. But what you can do better is become aware.
Yes, definitely.
Conscious, and observe. This is where my life is. Why? Right? And then you look how you've been thinking, how you've been acting, what led to it. So now maybe you can give some examples from your life when you are consciously activating the algorithm, as opposed to just acting like a little robot.
Well, acting like a little robot brought us, when we moved here, changed a lot for us. Before we were robots, is more robotic as well. You woke up, you go to work, you go to your house, you cook your dinner, you go to the gym, and you're back again. And the whole circle starts again. And the second something negative happens, you keep thinking, oh, I lack money. Oh, I lack money. Can't pay this. And all those words, can't, need. And they start implementing. And when I started being more conscious, I wanted, I don't need it to, I wanted to change those words. Oh, I want to do this and I can do that and I would love to try this. And that helped me a lot because it changed for us. It changed so much. It changed the fact that my life is now having so many doors open for me. I'm having new jobs. My husband has new jobs. We're doing things we love. We have a new home. All the things we imagined, but were not taking 100% responsibility for it, and being consciously fighting everything because we changed, started with self-love, taking responsibility. So many doors open.
Yeah. Basically, it's like you can use this tool to look into the future a little bit, right? Because you can say, okay, if I'm going to be thinking those thoughts, if I choose to think those thoughts, if I choose to focus on that, the chances are I'm going to feel that way and I'm going to act from a better state. Therefore, I will create a better life, as opposed to if I'm going to go ape shit. And then my brain will be, acting from those primitive reptilian parts. Well, we know what's going to happen then. You're going to get yourself in trouble, right?
And again, waiting for always saying things where I'm grateful for. The gratitude. Every day showing gratitude for that I'm awake, that I have a gift of another day of life, that I have the gift that every month my bills are paid. I just make all the things I tell in my head and I say out loud, what am I grateful for? But I even do that with the kids. What are you grateful for?
Yeah, that's right. And we know that the grateful heart is a magnet for miracles, isn't it?
Yes. Pillar 3.
And we very, very much, especially in this Christmas time when it's, well, for some people it is easier to be all magical and miraculous. For some people it might be hard when they where they don't have family, maybe they don't like this season. However, we would really like to encourage everyone, because I believe, I don't know about you, but I feel the field that we're all connected in is much more prone to magic now in this time, because so many people come together, so many people are expecting and looking for magic and miracles in this time, right? So it would be a great opportunity to really practice this now even more. No?
Definitely.
And January always comes like everybody wants to achieve, right? New goals, new energies. 21st of December now on Monday, we have a beautiful alignment of planets that will extra help us awaken, and take it to another level. So we would really strongly suggest that people practice a lot now, right?
Practice.
Yeah. So now also, this was pillar number 1 you mentioned, taking 100% responsibility and how you practice. Pillar number 2 of the Lovetarian Way is all about the golden rule. Do you know the golden rule, guys? Do unto others what you want them done to you, and the opposite, right? So don't be an ass, basically, to other people. Just be, if you have to choose whom to be good dude, and do that, right? Be kind. Is it always easy to be kind? No. Is it worth it?
Yes.
You know why it's worth it? Because if I am kind, I feel better. So if you want it for pragmatic reasons, do you feel better when you're kind to others?
Definitely, 100%. Yeah.
Don't get us wrong here. It's not about being pushover. Oh my God, never.
No.
It's not about being like, somebody is a nasty SOB. Then, you need to set your boundaries. You need to speak
still in a kind way.
In a kind way. You can be firm, but you can be kind. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You will feel better.
It's true. Definitely. It's 100%
Give
true.
an example with your kids. I'm sure that you practice that hundreds of times, right? And it's so very important with children. Or maybe you want to talk about situations like now everybody's probably suffering from that we have obligatory mask wearing thingy and we have to do it on the outside, and you have kids in school. Yes. We, by the way, we are believers in freedom to breathe. So we do not believe, we have checked the science. We believe that you absolutely actually should not be wearing a mask. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you want to, go ahead, but do not fool yourself that this little thing is actually protecting you from viruses. This is biology 101. Check some recordings from Dr. Bruce Lipton and, some interviews from, scientists that actually know what they're talking about, not just the the parrots on the news, So if you do that, we are in perfect health. I claim my right to breathe. We need oxygen to be healthy, right? So anyway, kindness. So somebody says, I'm kind, that's why I'm wearing a mask. I'll say, I'm kind, that's why I'm not wearing a mask. And I would politely ask you to please take off your mask so you can breathe, So we could have a totally separate discussion about it. I don't have children, so I don't have to deal with that like that, but Cecile does, and it's cool. It is obligatory, right? So what did you guys do to be kind in this situation, and how did you manage that? I can imagine that was quite of a hassle.
It's been quite of a hassle, especially because where we live in Spain, we have every morning police in front of the house that make sure that the kids go safely to school, which is lovely and kind. And Carmen and Diego were wearing, or Diego wasn't, sorry, because he's under 6, so he doesn't need to wear a mask. So my Carmen was wearing what I thought was a quite clever one, a plastic cap. So she still could breathe. But after 2 weeks, the teacher texted me. She's like, I'm really sorry, but I have to ask if Carmen can wear a different mask because people and teachers are complaining about this type of mask. And I said, well, if it's not obligatory, sorry, English is not my first language, then I won't do that because I think she needs to breathe. She completely understands and she agrees. While the next morning, I was being waited in front of my house by a police officer who told me not to wear that plastic mask anymore, including my daughter, and he named her by name and the teacher. I thought, wow, this is really, really, really not good. But again, I created something in there. I went back to myself. I cleaned and cleared. I made sure that now Carmen has special types of masks that people make for me that has only one layer, as thin as it can be, that she can breathe as easy as she can. And we have an amazing teacher where we can talk to, and she lets the children breathe during the day by taking it off and putting it back on again. So they are allowed to take in 5 big breaths of fresh air. And so nobody sees. It's difficult, but she's working the system as well. And I try to make petitions as much as we can with friends of mine who are also police officer. And that's one of the police officers here who is awake and who is conscious and is helping me with all the official documents to make sure that the kids don't need to wear it while they are exercising, because they still do.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. I'm really admiring Cecile so much because obviously having children and not having children is a totally different life. I can think about different things that you need to think about having young children. So bravo for dealing with that one. But how does that connect to the golden rule, right? Like, you are being kind in this crazy turbulent situation, and by being the way you are, composed, calm, taking action that you can, you're making it as easy on your kids as possible. Right? And you're making, because if we create an environment, and you're creating an environment for your children when they are calm, they are not stressing about it, that of course influences them greatly.
Yes, and I think that will eventually influences other people around them as well.
Right. What the golden rule, do unto others what we want them to do to us, and they are basically this reciprocity. Yeah, we're both not native speakers, but I think you understand us. Yeah. Well, the thing is here that what we can do to ourselves and to others, and we are all energetically connected, it is really to awaken the light within us. And if we are radiating in those times with joy, peace, pleasure, people will only actually look at us, and it happens all the time. Like, what's up with you in those times? You're thriving, you're good, you're not freaking out. Why? And then we can tell them why, because we are working on our inner light, right? So wouldn't that be so that living the golden rule is also actually you shining and then passing it on by example?
Yes, I would agree.
Right?
Yeah.
And that connects directly to pillar 3, which we encourage everyone, inspired by Mr. Einstein. live as though everything is a miracle. So you have two choices, as he said, in life. You can live as though nothing is a miracle or as if everything is. And we definitely choose to live as though everything is a miracle. So are we crazy, pink eye, pink glasses people? No. But we're being pragmatic. Why are we being practical and pragmatic? Living as everything is a miracle?
Well, I would say if you think of nothing as a miracle, it would be so dull.
Right.
And I see miracles everywhere. I see animals. I see Mother Nature. I
Butterflies.
see butterflies. I see so many things for me that are miraculous, that my children do things, and I think that really lifts up the spirit and enlightens me much more.
And how is this whole corona situation miraculous, somebody would say? Do you have an answer to that?
Yeah, I would think it's cleaning up.
Yeah.
It's cleaning.
I would agree.
The energies are cleaning. The world is cleaning. When we were all in lockdown, it's not great for the economy, which I understand, but you see how Mother Nature healed.
But you also see that we were so focused on the external pleasure. Yeah. And when we were locked in, well, horrible as it is, so many people were focused to really go inside.
Yes, definitely.
Really go inside and say, what is up with my life? Is this how I want to live my life? It was like a rat race. We were running. No matter what you were doing, you were running. There was no running for a while. And yes, unfortunately, it ends not so wonderfully for a lot of people, although we are just judging as humans, because if somebody committed suicide, it was their soul who decided that it was their time. A lot of people did that. There's a lot of violence at homes, right? So I would say there's a lot of opportunity for people to change their lives 180.
For us, so many beautiful new doors opened, which we never could have expected. But on the other hand, we did, because we are always living it with miracles. And I expect seriously everyday miracles because I see them every day.
I would seriously recommend that everybody has the mantra that I'm saying every morning. Like, you wake up and you go, let thy will be done. Let miracles follow miracles and wonders follow wonders. I command miracles in my life. You create with the power of your voice, with the power of your word, with the power of love and light. So if you can focus in meditation, surround yourself with light, touch your heart, and speak those words with power and conviction, I think that will work.
I definitely know it will work.
Yeah, it's working in our lives.
For me, it's working.
Yeah, we really encourage everybody to do it, right?
Yes, 100%.
And I think, the pillar 3, I think it's all about the question, is life happening for you or is life happening to you, right? I believe life happens for me, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I encourage everyone, right, to think that whatever poo-poo is happening, you need to look at the poo-poo and say, okay, where is magic in that? It's like, don't get me wrong. Both of us, we went through shit. I was diagnosed with cancer, okay? I had near financial ruin. I have broken hearts, all that. And all of this has been overcome by this attitude. Of course, you can say divine grace as well. But we have this good saying in Poland, God helps those that help themselves. The divine is within you.
Yes. Self-love, unconditional love.
That's right. And so many ancient texts are saying to us, and modern texts as well, channelers, that the Savior that is coming is not Jesus of the old ages. Jesus is actually helping us. I'm working with Ascended Masters through initiations with the Sophia Code. But what Jesus said, and a lot of people said, the kingdom of heaven is within you. So we are the ones that we are looking for and waiting for. We are the ones who ought to awaken the divinity within us and stand next to each other, work together, and focus on magic and miracles. Save the planet, right? Save whatever we can, starting with ourselves. Because what good are you if you're miserable? I mean, honestly, right? What good are you to your children if you're miserable?
No, you can't. Yeah, you can if you want to, but it doesn't help them. It doesn't help them thrive.
And they will mimic as well.
Yes.
Your attitude, right? So you want to be inspirational to your children. You want to be inspirational to whomever you can.
And the moment since we started working together, I changed, but I see my children changed. And the one thing I can't remember who said this, and I thought, yes, that's so true. You don't own your children; they are their own personality, and then their own.
Yeah, they are of you, but they are not yours.
Yes,
yeah.
and.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking so different. Like they have their own thoughts, and they have their own things, and they create their own magic. And I think that's really wonderful that now, because I changed, I see everything as a miracle. They change.
Yeah, lovely.
Magic, Christmas magic.
So that brings us actually to pillar 4 of the Lovetarian Way, which is the Lovetarian nourishment. And nourishment, well, it's a compilation of things. It's the food that you eat, it's the air that you breathe, it's the thoughts. I mean, number 1, it's the thoughts that you feed, the thoughts that you choose, because you can eat salad all day long and eat green drinks, and if you have fearful and nasty thoughts, you might still die and perish. I mean, from diseases, that happens all the time. So, I mean, the most important thing when it comes to Lovetarian nourishment is to choose, again, that life happens for me, that you choose to look at everything with gratitude, that you choose to look at magic and miracle of everything. I mean, like, seriously, everything. Extra tax to be paid. Awesome, I'm making money.
Yeah.
Or maybe some miracle will happen and I will get the dispense and I don't have to pay it. But believe you me, it's like there were times in my life when I even had a letter from an institution or something, and something was like negative, right? But we stuck on believing that something good is coming. This is another mantra, my favorite one. Only good can come from this.
Yes.
Only good comes from this. And you know what? It always does. Like, if I lose a client or something, and let's say it would be 80% of my income, which actually happened in the past when we had a construction business with my husband, we lost everything. And then, oh my God. And so what? We rebirthed it. We said, okay, there has to be something there. Now we know that it was our souls who wanted us to live different kind of life. We actually had a dream to have an online business as opposed to, construction, 300 employees and all this headache. So we rebirthed it. And we were going through very dark night of the soul.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have that, right? So if you choose to nourish yourself in those times, nourish yourself by those positive, light-focused thoughts. Through, like Churchill said, if you go through hell, you just keep going with faith and trust, right? You do that, then magic can really happen and thrive. And we also talk about the Lovetarian nourishment being plant-based food. I'm a plant-based eater for 8 years now. Cecile is kind of doing her best to get there. But you eat a lot of veg, and you see the benefit of eating a lot of the, vegetables. And of course, I'm sure if everybody could see how animals are treated and really wanted to watch those films, they would stop eating animals altogether. But a lot of people, and I know myself, a lot of friends, they just don't want to watch those because they know when they watch it, they can't be okay with themselves. So I understand that's a journey, but we on the Lovetarian Way, we encourage
plant-based.
Plant-based foods, because that is vibrationally lighter, cruelty-free, very nourishing for the body, and you've got all the nutrients, really, people, all the nutrients, all the vitamins, all the protein, everything that you need, you have in the plants. And that's why I also actually launched, and Cecile is helping me upload the recipes, we have launched the website membership, free membership site with plant-based recipes. So go there to nataliaph.com, nataliaph.com, and there you will see the Lovetarian Way recipes, plant-based recipes. At this moment, there's 21 beautiful recipes to delight all your senses. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack.
Sauces.
Yeah, you've tried some of my stuff. You like it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
So I would definitely give it a go if you just go to her website, because it's really nice. It's really delicious.
Yeah, do that. So, okay, let's wrap this up. We've been on for, see how easy it was, 34 minutes. So the Lovetarian Way. And of course, we want to wish you a fantastic Christmas.
Yes.
And thank you so much. Look, Cecile, we almost have 800 members in 5-6 weeks of this group existing. How awesome is that?
I'm really, really, really
so grateful.
Thrilled. Yes, really
so
grateful. Yes. definitely.
Yeah.
And keep growing. Please keep sharing it with all heart-minded, light-minded, spirit-minded people who you think want to join, can benefit. Please share.
Yeah.
Because we want to light up the world.
That's
the
our message.
Lovetarian way.
That's right. Light up the world the Lovetarian way. And where does it start? In your heart. And I understand, guys, it's difficult sometimes. I do understand. We all have been going through poo-poo, and a lot of it. And we still are. By the way, we're still humans, and sometimes we feel like poop, but we still show up because we know this too shall pass. It's the nature of the world. Thank you, user. You could, somebody said, thank you, ladies. We say thank you to you.
Thank you too.
There is this funny thing here when we go live. There is this software called StreamYard. And if you don't give permission to StreamYard to show your name, we don't know what your name is. But we thank you anyway. So anyway, thank you so much. I'm going to make this a habit. Cecile is going to come like once per month, and we will do it like that because I think people enjoy it when it's a duo, no?
I do.
Yeah, I do my lives every week when I'm talking specifically more teaching, but I think we'll also have once per month a discussion like that. That will be cool.
Ooh, power.
Yeah, so you can write.
Power.
Yeah, you can write in your comments if you'd like us to talk about something specifically, issues, challenges, whatever. We'll be very happy. Remember, she's got kids, so we can talk about kids as well. And we thank you so much. We love you. Please love yourself and shine your light. Be the queen and the king of your life. All right?
Yes.
Anything else you want to say?
No, big hugs, big kisses. Enjoy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And Happy New Year.
Woohoo!
See you later.
Bye.
Thank you.